So the very first thing is management. Now you come from a technical background, okay, study wise, okay,
Yes.
but you are still good with your management skills, okay, managing a team, managing project. You can for example, if you want to tomorrow become an independent self-employed person, I can recommend that you can become a management consultant, provided you study, but that study would come to you easily. One is management consultancy. You have problem solving skills, you have analytical thinking, right? These help you become a management consultant. Second is
Second is
entrepreneurship.
okay.
Okay, if you've gained knowledge, for example, tomorrow you will get into media, okay, if you've worked for 5 years in media, okay, you will have all the resources to become an entrepreneur in media industry. Probably you will set up your own studio, probably you will have your own talent management company, probably you will have your own event management company, okay. So you can become an entrepreneur, so you can study event management so that you build your entrepreneurship, okay. Third is marketing manager.
Actually, that is what I'm applying for in places.
Yeah. Why you can become a marketing manager? You have creativity, you can think strategically. Okay. Marketing roles require, implementing innovative campaigns, then reaching out to target audience, then your communication skill has to be really good. You have to be an extrovert when you are into marketing, and this everything can all your personality can sum up to become a very good marketing manager. Fourth is technology entrepreneur.
Okay.
Entrepreneurs into tech are, you can either be someone who is marketing technology, technological equipments or something like that, who's marketing, selling, okay, or you yourself can become an entrepreneur. Yesterday I connected with somebody who was into quality check equipments export. I had no idea what it was. She explained it to me like for half an hour. Like it's quality check equipments which are scientifically used. These equipments have been shipped through seas and they go export. Wow, that's huge. That's big, and you need to know a lot of tech to cater the right kind of people for that particular stuff. I was really impressed, and you can get into something like that. Fifth is innovation manager, a team that only writes content, new ideas. It can be in media, content visualizer, content creator, okay, creative department.
Okay.
Sixth is research scientist. Research scientist. You have
Okay.
conceptual thinking, you have analytical thinking. Basically, you are a thinker and you can think. You are not emotionally driven, so you can get into research. Eighth is media producer, where you can contribute to development and production of content. Okay. Production team, line management, basically managing huge crew members.
Could you please repeat the last thing?
Managing huge crew members. So one
Okay.
production, like for a smallest promo or an ad, will have more than 30 to 40 people working for it, and they need crew managers, right? They need line managers, they need continuity managers. There are many kinds of different managers. So you are like a whole, you can have an access like a head of all the different small departments, like that.
Okay.
Okay, let's specifically check if event management is good. Yeah, so you told me you had few more questions apart from event management. So are they cleared or you still have those questions?
applying for various jobs, non-tech jobs, all over. I apply as a strategist marketing manager or associate strategist marketer, any of these roles. I apply as an event coordinator. Then I even apply for product management jobs, and I apply for project management jobs. So these four things are the sectors which I mainly apply for as a marketing strategist, event coordinator, project and product manager.
You can get
Now
into all
I'm
three.
very
Huh.
yes. So I am confused as to if I have to select like one field and work for it necessarily in that particular domain. What should be the one thing that I should do, and what is the path that I should choose? Because currently my resume is not getting accepted. I don't know why, but there are things which might be coming in the way or whatever.
Okay. So one thing at a time. Your resume. Do you have one resume for all the job opportunities that are coming up?
Yes.
That's wrong. And second is, if you have options, okay, you are just 24 right now, okay.
I'm
If you
24.
have, very less people have options, first of all, okay, and you suit for all the options that you are looking for, be it associate strategic management, event management, your project management, your marketing management, okay, these are high, like very good chosen topics, okay, and you suit for all. So instead of taking up one particular choice and giving your 10 years for it, I would recommend explore all one at a time. Give 1 year to one particular whatever that comes your way for now, just to start, be it marketing management, for example. Understand what is marketing management for 1 year and shift. I would recommend to shift. Even if you like what you are doing, I would recommend you to shift. Get on to project management, get on to event management, okay. Put yourself into experiencing all of these, okay, for next 5 years, and then choose. Okay, then choose,
Okay.
like what gives you the best kick, okay, what gives you a lot contentment, okay. It's not about salary, it's not about your resume, like why are you switching your jobs every year. It has no, HR is no more ask such questions, okay. Like we can see that you are skipping from one particular department to other, like in every organization people don't ask. In fact, people want such people who have knowledge about different
I'm sorry,
departments.
the last two lines went haphazard because of the
I said,
connection issue.
yeah, HRs specifically ask, or prefer people who have experience in different domains. Previously people used to be like, oh, you've been skipping your job in every 1 year or 2 year span, how can we trust you? Right now that's not the case. People want candidates who have knowledge about different domains, okay. So because right now it is not about minding your own business with your one particular department, right? Everybody is coordinating, right? And if you know, as a, for example, if you are into content and if you know what graphic person does, if you know what the production person does, if you know how to handle actors, you are like the god in that team who can like legit get the communication right between all the teams, and you are the link there, okay. So you are not working on executive assistant level, you will be directly working on management, higher management, you know VP, AVP kind of levels, in less time compared to others who have no knowledge. So I will give you my experience when my AVP got promoted for VP. He had 14 years of work experience in one organization, okay. And so this was a fun activity, nothing too hard. But the CEO gave a challenging question to other assistant VPs, like, do you all think that you all have much more experience and you deserve this designation? I was at a senior program manager level, and I raised my hand, and people were shocked to see a senior program manager saying that she has more exposure and knowledge compared to a VP, okay, that day VP, and he was my VP only, my head VP. So I asked for two boards and I said let's write whatever we know. Okay. So in industry, okay, industry section, I said let's have two tables, two boards, and we'll write whatever we have. So I said write about the industry knowledge that you have, and he wrote edtech, education. I have banking, I have media, and I have edtech. Okay, in 7 years, 8 years of time span. Then I wrote write departments that you know. Okay, he said education and counseling. I wrote creative content, creative writing, theater. I am also a theater artist, by the way. I've been into dancing for 15 years, and I'm way similar to yours. I have not completed anything as such, like professionally, like learning Bharatanatyam or Kathak or something like that. It has been a part of my theater journey, so I know all the types of form. Yeah, so so in banks I wrote banking, forex, current account department, your insurance. Then into media I know creative conceptualization, broadcasting, PR, and I had a huge list, okay, where I have actually worked professionally, and he had only two. And then I wrote write designations that you have, worked on. He wrote intern, counselor, program manager, VP, AVP, VP. I wrote intern, officer, program counselor, senior program manager, senior program manager, and now an entrepreneur. And the CEO was shocked to see like my board was full, okay, and his board had hardly 4 or 5 things to mention, and he was an AVP with an. Then I said like write your work experience age, and he wrote 15 years and I wrote 7 years. So within half the time I had so much, okay, and I still believe within 4 years you can achieve double of what I have achieved, because I have gone through without hand holding, no counseling. Okay, now that you have started, I was at an exploring stage at 24. Okay, I was just trying to make my way, right? But when I, so if you have somebody to counsel you, you are skipping those struggling 4 years and directly switching, right? You are not experimenting, you know that you can switch. I had anxiety like, okay, I'm not getting media jobs, I am working for a bank right now. My first job was banking, okay, and then I did my Star Sports and Zoom and everything. So I did not introduce myself, right? Did you check my profile?
I checked your profile, but I like did not stalk it properly the way I do.
It's okay, I'll send you my LinkedIn profile, it's very impressive. Okay.
I'll send you a connection request.
Sure, sure. So yeah, like that. So previously people used to ask like why are you switching? Okay. Right now people don't. They prefer. They will look after your, LinkedIn profile, and if you have done few things in different department, they would constantly nag you like come to our company. Please come to our company. Okay. So you don't have to think of, I have 5 options, I have to go for one particular option. No. Take one thing for 1 year, switch. Purposely switch, okay, not to make money but for your exposure. And the moment you will have that 5 years of experience, like full-fledged into 5 different departments, then you are a gem. Then people will want you in their team, in their company. They would just give you whatever you want, okay, to get you in their team. Okay, so I would recommend don't choose one, choose the industry and get into different departments every year. So there also you'll get product management, there also you'll get marketing management, digital management, event planning, everything. Yeah, I hope I answered.
Yes.
Okay.
So my next question is that I'll make a different resume for everything, but what should be my like if I should do some courses by some company, or what should be the actual path from like this switch that I want to make from the tech industry to the non-tech industry? For tech jobs, we have companies coming in from our college, and people approach you when they see BTech in my profile. People approach me, do you know this and that? And I don't. I just know very basics of coding, and I'm sure that I wouldn't get into anything decent, anywhere decent with that. So how to make this switch? Like currently I haven't started, so I have experience in nothing. Then my degree doesn't really help if I want to get into a very innovative job. So how to just start? I am not very
Okay.
sure of the path that I should take.
Okay. So I would recommend, if you check on Instagram, okay, right now, write all the options that you are, you know, fascinated about, for like anchoring, for event management, for production. Okay, I told you radio jockeying is also a very good option for you. Write that, and you know, sign up for these 3 day sessions. 3 day sessions. Okay, 99 to 99, 499. You see that, right?
I
Sign up.
get.
Yeah, sign up for those and write everything that, you know, that fascinates you. Okay, they would, they of course they would hype a little bit, like, you know, this is the best thing for you, you should get, you know, get in with us and everything. You write all of those and send it to me. Okay, I will go
And
through whatever you are writing. Yeah, tell me.
me,
Yeah, tell me.
could you repeat? Actually, there is connection lag.
Okay, I said enroll for those, you know, 2 days, 3 day sessions. For example, if you have a session, a morning session for like 2 hours for radio jockeying, next 2 hours should be for your, you know, event management. Third can be for your whatever. Just finish this up in next 2 3 days. Okay, write everything that they are talking, and I'll give you a real life case study to you, like what exactly did they tell you and what is the actual life. For example, if you're wanting to get into event management, okay, majority of my students get into event management because they look at the glamorous side of events. Okay, managing celebrities, talking to them, meeting them personally in their green room, and that is not the real scenario. Okay, for 2 days it might feel wow, I'm at my dream job. For 10 days it might feel like wow, I'm doing what I wanted. But after that, when you will be doing an event for a stretch of 3 days, you know, a night event and then an afternoon event. Okay, if you've done an event for a stretch of 3 days, even if it is Shahrukh who's coming for the event, you will be least bothered. You will be sleeping backstage and you'll be like, Shahrukh, I don't want him. I need my sleep, because it is that slogging. Event management is not uh, a cup of tea for people who are just fascinated about, you know, celebs, right? It is an absolute hard work. You need to be, you know, curious about how to talk to people, connect with people, networking, production. अरे लाइट नहीं आया, अरे स्टेज पे कारपेट गलत है, अरे ये नहीं हुआ है, वो नहीं हुआ है. यू विल बी कॉन्स्टेंटली रनिंग. उसके बीच में देयर इज शाहरुख कमिंग, चक शाहरुख, आई डोंट नो हु शाहरुख इज, मेरा काम नहीं हुआ है, राइट? दैट इज रियलिटी. सो देयर इज रियलिटी चेक फॉर एवरी इंडस्ट्री, be it radio, be it production, film sets, whatever. Okay, so you write, you first study. Okay, at least four five things which you think I should get into, and I'll give you a reality check about the industry, and if you think this is okay for me, I can take it, I will pull it off, go for that. Okay, I will recommend you best programs for event management, best programs for the radio jockeying. If you're looking for production, I'm not sure if production has a, it is a proper what is it, practical job. I don't think there is theoretical programs for production, but I'll check if Whistling Woods or something like that would have. Okay, and I'll get back to you on the programs for it. Like you should, if you have to go for event management, then it will be like a 1 year program, right? That you'll have to study in detail. Okay, so instead of putting in few lakh rupees without, you know, having a fair enough idea about what the industry would actually be, it will be foolishness. All right, so first just take up those 2 3 days session, and if it is like, oh wow, I sat through all 3 sessions, like it was for 2 to 3 hours and I didn't get bored. Okay, then that is for you. Okay, and then we'll discuss realities. है ना? Then you can take up a big program where you are investing 2 3 lakhs, your time of 2 3 years, and then getting a placement. All right? Yeah.
Yeah. So like right now, I should take these sessions up and
Yes, I would recommend,
figure
if
out
you
what
are
is.
wanting to shift, if you're wanting to shift, take these 2 3 sessions online, which is not harmful. 2 3 2 300 for a, you know, 2 3 day session is way better than investing 4 5 lakh rupees and then saying, oh freak, I wasted 2 years 3 years of mine again. है ना? है ना? Okay, so take up few programs, let me, keep me updated, like you are enrolling for so and so, so and so, so and so, and I will let you know like what exactly are you supposed to look in that particular program. Okay, note in that particular program specifically as your personality, and then you write everything and send it to me that day itself, that I studied this and I think this is something I would like to do or something like that. And then fourth, fifth day we'll discuss everything again. Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
So
I don't have any other questions as such.
okay, if you have any such questions after the session, like अरे यार ये तो रह गया, just WhatsApp it to me. Probably I will be in between some other sessions, but once I get free I will reply to you. Make sense?
Do you think there are any other things that I should keep in mind
While
doing, like while choosing these options or taking my next step?
yes, so when you are comparing programs, it's an activity where you understand how much time will be required, what will be the money, will the certification be worth, okay, what is the reach of that certification, how much practical exposure am I getting, is this the practical program which is giving me only theory, or are they giving me internship opportunities or not. Okay, this everything will be considered. Okay, but that is later on. Okay, once you have understood, okay, event management ही करना है, okay, then we'll compare all the programs like global programs, national program, diploma program, PG programs, what are their certification, how much time, internship है नहीं है, placement है नहीं है, okay, certification कौन सा है, what is the reach of the certification, everything. Okay, and it is worth or not worth, what is the testimony of people, like real life real testimony, not what they have put up on their websites. Okay, that everything we'll try to arrange and we'll come to a conclusion.
Okay.
Okay, anything else you can just WhatsApp it to me anytime.
Okay.
Okay,
Thank you so much.
how did you find the session?
I found it insightful. Like, I know, because these days I'm just laying down on my bed and I don't know what to do, and I randomly apply on jobs on LinkedIn. Of course, I have no path to actually. I'm very confused as to where to go, how to go there, and I'm getting very impatient now because I've been in my college placements for over 8 months now, but I don't really go with the correct set of with the correct frame of mind into tech jobs. I just go there, I take the test. If it goes well, it's nice. If it doesn't go well, it's still okay.
So you are getting impatient because you are seeing, you know, they being in the right kind of place, or probably they have made their decision. Okay, you are feeling impatient because you are yet to make a decision, and you are yet to make a decision because you're wanting to change the industry. If that would have been in tech, you would have been already chosen and you would have already selected something. You are not wanting to be there, is what is making you impulsive, right? So I will make sure that the journey of this switching gets a little smoother. Okay, and we will have more knowledge about what kind of decisions that we are taking. Okay, so you don't have to overthink now, you don't have to feel impatient about it. At least you have somebody who can guide you, so rest assured, you can you can just go with whatever is being asked to you, so that you do whatever is required and we can come to a conclusion. At least you have something to do now. Okay, then to just decide on your own ki, whether I'm doing right or not, whether I'm wasting my time. Okay, so I will give you activities on what is to be done and how. You just choose like which all different departments you want, or different roles that you are fascinated towards, like anchoring also. There are programs on anchoring, like 2-3 day session on anchoring. Take up those and let me know what did you learn in them, so we can go ahead with that step by step. So in next 1 week at least, you should be having a fair enough idea about, you are clear that you don't want your tech, or you want your tech, or you want to get into media, then what in media. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, chalo.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. I would need your feedback on few pages. Okay, yeah, I wanted to ask if I can put your video as my content, like except for your